Well, Ron, some would say Crystal City and Arlington County was actually pretty smart in this, that New York wasn't, in that Amazon is going to bring 25,000 high-paying jobs, 150,000 on average, and they would only get the tax incentives once they create those jobs. Very similar to New York, right? We had that $3 billion tax incentives package. Amazon was going to give you back $20 billion in tax revenues over 10 years. Was that the right move?
Out of the $3 billion, they would be getting $500 million up front. So they are getting money up front.
They would give you $2.5 billion up front to build the infrastructure. I mean, isn't that a lot bigger number than the $500 million in tax?
But if you look at every single mega deal that we've conducted for the last 20 years, it's cost this country close to half a billion dollars, close to $450,000 to $500,000 a job. And that's not good enough. We need to hold these corporations accountable. In upstate New York, in Buffalo, it's costing us almost $1 million per job for Tesla and for Solar City. And we need to have stronger language when we go into these deals to make sure that there's clawbacks, accountability for taxpayers' money.
But is there an understanding when it comes to taxes, there's a $2.5 billion shortfall in New York State? Amazon was going to bring those jobs here. They would pay more in taxes. You would get more in corporate revenues as well back into the country.
Amazon could never commit to 25,000 jobs. They never, from the get-go, from the hearings, they could never commit to the quality of jobs that they're doing. The jobs that they're going to be providing, they're already going to be produced. There's already $5,000 that's coming to New York. The key here is to add intrinsic value to places like the city and state of New York, which attracts the people and then attracts the people. That's the pipeline that we need to be focused on, not trying to bribe these corporations with extrinsic
factors. They would only get the money
factors.
once they created the jobs, and 5,000 jobs is not 25,000. So, Ron, we're going to have to agree to disagree on this because I have to move on to one more question, and this has to do with Ocasio-Cortez because it seems that the Siena poll says that she's probably the biggest villain in Amazon not coming to New York. Someone would argue, including Michael Giarnis of New York State, that, hey, what about my credit here? What do you think?
This was never about one politician being the villain or the hero. This was about a coalition of grassroots and community leaders coming together and being one voice. AOC Congressmember Ocasio-Cortez has stuck up for the community that she's representing. This was never about any politician. This was about Amazon not wanting to be in the spotlight. The last thing that Amazon wants to face is Congressmember Ocasio-Cortez at a congressional hearing explaining to the world why they've even engaged in antitrust practices for the last few years. Those are the type of questions that they're trying to avoid. Just like any big corporations, they want to just make money and produce profit quietly. There was just too much noise going on in New York City, and they wanted to avoid that. So the biggest culprit here is Amazon. Any politician that's trying to pit people against others and politicians and blaming politicians and vilifying elected officials is going down the wrong path. This was about a big corporation trying to pit cities and states against each other, and they failed.
Well, the mayor and the governor didn't agree at the time, so I guess we're going to have to agree to disagree. Ron, thank you so much for making the time. Good to see you as always.
Thank you.